Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. The unbeatable bonanza with Supersonics.
noppay yéen ñi nga xam ne ni bëgg ngeen a dem Farafeñe nag ñu bari den fay bëgg a dem di xalaat ndax am naa mbokk aw ma mbokk fan laay dem dëkk ak fan laa du dem dëkk seen coono jeex na seen xalaat jeex na te si biir Yaa Faatu's Guest House ñu ngi leen fa amal li nga xam ne ni moom mooy ko self container
saala cabinet
ñaari cabinet ak saal
single room
néegi nag nekkul ne la naa jox waaye duñ leen laaj mooy sore naa ñëw indiwaale leen seen yére kase ndaxte yére yi sax foo leen koo def ñu ngi leen ko amal saala cabinet yi bu nekkaa nga am lal bu nooy saal bi ñu ngi ko defar ba mu yaaña toogu yi nekk fa télé bi nekk fa channel bi nekk fa channel bu la neex ngay cuun waaye nag amuñ si loolu rek yéen ñi nga xam ne yéenay dem ak seen famille ak seen njaboot benn nit wala ñaari nit ñu ngi leen fa amal waañ yu baax waañ yu yaaña bagage yi waañ yëpp ñu ngi fa yow yaay xool loo bëgg a togga rek nga teg si gaz bi daal di taal togga
rek ñu ngi leen amal fu nga xam ne foofu ngeen di toog ngeen fiixlu seen xel dal ñu ngi leen amal ndox ak courant 24 hours amuñ si loolu rek njëg bi yomb ba bëgg a dee
fu ñu nekk nag neex a xam ba bëgg a dee si gannaaw gaaraas si base bi foofu sa Farafeñe
3530 489
email si ombay7843@gmail.com si Yaa Faatu's Guest House soo leen fa demee dinañ leen jox customer care service bu baax seen xolay sedda ba ni ngeen fay jógee Yaa Faatu's Guest House Yaa Faatu's Guest House lii leen amal yéen ñuy dem Farafeñe saay boo leen tëddee nelaw leen ndaxte Yaa Faatu's Guest House génne na seen coono bi yëpp fii si biir dëkk bi
Yaa Faatu's Guest House Yaa Faatu's Guest House
dama ne jox leen ma seen noppay yéen ñi nga xam ne ni bëgg ngeen a dem Farafeñe nag ñu bari den fay bëgg a dem di xalaat ndax am naa mbokk aw ma mbokk fan laay dem dëkk ak fan laa du dem dëkk seen coono jeex na seen xalaat jeex na te si biir Yaa Faatu's Guest House ñu ngi leen fa amal li nga xam ne ni moom mooy ko self container
saala cabinet
ñaari cabinet ak saal
single room
néegi nag nekkul ne la naa jox waaye duñ leen laaj mooy sore naa ñëw indiwaale leen seen yére kase ndaxte yére yi sax foo leen koo def ñu ngi leen ko amal saala cabinet yi bu nekkaa nga am lal bu nooy saal bi ñu ngi ko defar ba mu yaaña toogu yi nekk fa télé bi nekk fa channel bi nekk fa channel bu la neex ngay cuun waaye nag amuñ si loolu rek yéen ñi nga xam ne yéenay dem ak seen famille ak seen njaboot benn nit wala ñaari nit ñu ngi leen fa amal waañ yu baax waañ yu yaaña bagage yi waañ yëpp ñu ngi fa yow yaay xool loo bëgg a togga rek nga teg si gaz bi daal di taal togga lekka sa xol sedda
léegi tamit nag aman lañ leen lii di AC ak ñu nga xam ne fan rek lañ am waaye amuñ si loolu rek ñu ngi leen amal fu nga xam ne foofu ngeen di toog ngeen fiixlu seen xel dal ñu ngi leen amal ndox ak courant 24 hours amuñ si loolu rek njëg bi yomb ba bëgg a dee
fu ñu nekk nag neex a xam ba bëgg a dee si gannaaw gaaraas si base bi foofu sa Farafeñe lu néew rek ngay dox am si marché bi jënd loo bëgg delluwaat sa kër ak Yaa Faatu's Guest House mun nga noo jokkoo ñun si 790 1355
3530 489
email si ombay7843@gmail.com si Yaa Faatu's Guest House soo leen fa demee dinañ leen jox customer care service bu baax seen xolay sedda ba ni ngeen fay jógee Yaa Faatu's Guest House Yaa Faatu's Guest House lii leen amal yéen ñuy dem Farafeñe saay boo leen tëddee nelaw leen ndaxte Yaa Faatu's Guest House génne na seen coono bi yëpp fii si biir dëkk bi
Yaa Faatu's Guest House
Trrc bi lañ ñëw tey toog fi yéen ñi nga xam ne yéen a faral di seetaan Gambian Talents TV tey nag dañ ñëw si Trrc bi ku indil leen lan moo xew si Trrc bi maanaam tey si Trrc bi loolu la ñoo laajte askan bi fu mu nekk nii nag gis nañ ay moto yaa ngi dugga si duñ leen mën a woon background bi for privacy purpose waaye xam naa ne su ki nga xam ne moo nekk war a wax moom nag su demee si kanam si fi nga xam ne moo nekk si chamber bi war a wax dinañ leen ko indil live and direct ngeen gis ko ngeen dégg ko ak seeni noppa ngeen gis kan mooy wax Trrc bi nag demoon na ne on long break after bi nga xam ne nag wax nañ ne coronavirus moo am maanaam coronavirus mi nga xam ne mooy mbas bu rëy boo xam ne laal na fii Gambia borom na ba tànka yi rawatina nag ay ministres ak ñeneen ak ñeneen jamono ji school a ngi ubbi on Wednesday tey di on the 12th of October Trrc bi tamit resume neen waaw ku nar le naa indil waxtaan si biir waxtaan bi am na ñu bari biir Gambie ñu ngi lose hope si commission si nga xam ne moo fi nekk Jaane commission ñëw na Jaane commission ñu bari gis neen ne den si yàq xaalis waaye dara génn si gis neen ne tamit CRC bi ñëw na muy constitutional review commission bi nga xam ne set up nañ ko assembly bi nag dem nañ yóbbu fa commission bi waaye ni léegi commission bi demut nu mu waree kon nag mbokk yi lii jaaxal na askan bi ndax TRRC bi dina am njëriñ bi nga xam ne moom la war a am ndax TRRC bi ñi nga xam ne ñoo koy def ndax ñoom si seen bopp demul ba ñàkk a óolu ñi nga xam ne ñooy nguuri Gambia si li nga xam ne moom la ñoo def programme bi nag du man kenn maa ngi fi toog ak suma naataango may mun a jaaju dina ñëw nag si kàllaama angale waaye tamit dina ñëw tamit si kàllaama li nga xam ne mooy joola dinañ leen fi amal ki nga xam ne mooy Lamin Cissé moom tamit mu ñëw si kàllaama li nga xam ne nag moo nekk Mandinka kon nag stay tuned with Gambian Talents TV as we bring you more of this so Maimuna customer
ke Fat Samba ni sali won kandika jikana kati Gambian Talents TV ma jatwol kati Gambian Talents TV woji pour le studio le ba kame Westfield man jatwol joj tati tan ko ndembe TRC kakan through reconciliation and reparation commission yen manje masa ko ndayte Gambia ko yitelen yop mi ko 1994 to 2017 mais bu ko ngolen ko puru bi ko ngolen ko rek ko bukana kan ko tonyam ko fana kan ko tonyam fana bu ko puru bi ko ngolen ko law ka yam fu bu ko rek mi ngolen bukana tuk ngola ku kan tuk kat nanju ke esuke ne bukana tuk kan tuja tuk esuke tu le pengol nero tanta ko nya TRRC bukan ko jube ko baka sanker buka ko bare gam TRRC yo be kala we kan nen jane commission me kan mi fana constitutional review commission fana man ko kanum tate dane commission kan fana ende yo fana masa ko ndate Gambia ko yitene ko ngol ko jikeer mati bokure bati Gambia ba jupoy ba bukan ko chamem na may bokure ba bunno kenum bi di last winsene ko kanum bukan ko jupe ku wong taw resa wali am kone current foreign minister am kone Mr. Mambure Njai of kankan karesa ko la fana ku pupurto to di jane comme sa balhania o maroko di masa ko ndayeti Gambia piot si wati saudi ko len ka wujene si benene si lokon saudi kan kone constitutional review commission CRC kan manye ko ku endam pingol ku jonen ende e buku yunkul yan kone di new constitution be ku ngolen ku rule Gambia amba constitution review commission kankan ende en manje bukuri ba jupe ko pour ce million sa jupe ko pour ne mi ko ngole ko ku ende silwa san manje so ko ngone ko ngam ko ngol ko rul bukana di mo famati Gambia balla san ko jutu ya national assembly ko député kan manje ko ko député kati bukana ka jupe ko manguti fana bukan ko jupe ko ba pour ma ko sankandi ko weti bari fi mi mati yo pene di tiarar skat nam jupe bukan ko
Lamin Cissé waroon na moo mën a ñëw waaye jamono ji gis nañ ne ki nga xam ne moo nekk commissioner si duga si neen si biir ciima bi dinañ bàyyi technicien yi ñu def nii rek indil ñu li nga xam ne nag moo nekk TRRC bi si biir Lamin just bring us the TRRC so that people can see what we are doing live and direct here kon nag mbokk yi noonu la moo demee mbokk yi ba léegi rek saa su ne Gambian Talents TV ñun nag danañ leen indi lépp loo xam ne nit ngeen mën a xam lan moo xew may mun a lot of people believe nañ ne Yaya Jammeh war na moo ñëw ndax Yaya Jammeh dina ñëw ndax du ñëw ma bàyyi la rek nga waxtaan ak askan
waxama ne du ñëw de bot ñëwam dina jafe trop because soo gisee yu bëri yuñ ko tuuma dafa bëri te ñu bëri ñu ngi ko ameel so a lot of people are su fekkee ne nar naa ñëw mun naa am si stadium bi foofu la ñëw mun a dem def hearing si because ñu bëri ñu ngi ko ameel ñu ngi ko mere te foog naa ne comme it's high time pour mu génn si pour mu ñëw mu jégalu si askanu Gambia because ñu bëri ñu dee ñëw testify fii under his instructions lañ dee liggéeyee so foog naa ne comme am na solo pour mu génn si pour mu ñëw testify waaye foog ñëw bëgga pour toog pour seetaay waaye foog ma ne comme su naree ñëw TRRC bi si cambas fii ñiti dinañ xëj foofu loolu fooguma ko
ñiti dinañ fa xëj nda duñ fa xëj bu boobaa ñu indi Lamin Cissé Lamin M Cissé moom it mu ñëw waxtaan ak askan bi Gambia saa su ne TRRC is getting interesting ba day by day ba nga xam ne loolu amul Lamin nag dina waxtaan ak suñ mbokki Mandinka yi bu boobaa rek ma wax ko rek Maymuna moo fi nekkoon si suñ mbokki Joola yi yéen a ko dégg mu wax lu am solo di ko jaajëfal bu baax a baax Lamin M Cissé
public hearings of the Truth and Reconciliation and Reparations Commission. Imam, you have the floor. You can offer some prayers, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر ومقدار العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Shukran, Imam Jallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of all power and might, your aid and heal the whole world. Restore normalcy. Restore economic activity. See, as we resume our sittings today, we continue to pray for all our witnesses, and we pray for the populace.
Supersonic's money transfer is giving you an unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October. Yes! From now till the end of October, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice when you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland with Supersonic's money transfer. Amazing! So from now till the end of October, every time you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland, unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October with Supersonic's money transfer. Enjoy our safe, fast, reliable and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia with excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. The unbeatable bonanza with Supersonics. Supersonics money transfer is giving you an unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October.
Today, bearing in mind the fact that exactly 2 years ago, on October public and set about plans to begin public hearings. As at the time of the second witnesses, 195 were male and the 66 were female. Out of the total number of witnesses appearing before the commission so far, 166 victims, 166 were victims, and the 46 were self-confessed perpetrators and adversely mentioned persons. 25 witnesses testified via video link from the Gambian diaspora. This 16th session will open with a continuation of our hearings on the former president's alternative HIV/AIDS and the other diseases treatment program, during which several people suffered human rights violations and abuses. Today, the Commission assures the Gambian public and our international partners that it remains fully inspired, committed, and determined to complete the mandate. As we embark upon this final phase of our work, we, as usual, continue to crave the public's support and blessings. That's the statement on behalf of the Commission. Thank you very much for that. Council, are we ready with this morning's witness? If we are, please proceed.
Proceed with this morning's witness and excuse me, Mrs. Hadidane Njai-Jabi would lead the witness.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning to the commissioners. Our witness today is testifying in a private session and has therefore been provided with a protection. And I'm therefore urging everybody to abide by the rules of protecting the said identity of the witness. Mr. Usher, can you position the witness, please?
reminded that in the reading of the statement, I made reference to the submission of the final report and the recommendations sometime in 2020. It's 2021, where that's when we will submit our final recommendation.
From now till the end of October, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice when you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland with Supersonic's money transfer. Amazing! So from now till the end of October, every time you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice. Only 100 bags available, so hurry now and be part of the 100 lucky winners in this special unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October with Supersonic's money transfer. Enjoy our safe, fast, reliable and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia with charges starting from $0. Yes! Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today with Supersonics.
alnal badi malam neena jël sus
dama ne ba olof di wax naan loxo kajoor dafa weesandoo li ñu ko wax ñi nga xamantene ñoy
Good morning, Mr. Osher. Since the witness's position, can you please swear him in without stating his name for broadcast? May you swear the witness in without stating his name for broadcast? Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome to the TRRC, and thank you for agreeing to come before the Commission today. You have opted to speak in the Mandinka language. I would therefore urge you to give a few seconds between my questions and your answer. This is so that you can allow the interpreters to translate between the two languages. Should you not hear or understand any of my questions, you may request for me to repeat the same. Further, at any time during this hearing, should you require a break,
Between lamuro ko ni itata futa wati to ilafti da hala domanding.
You may draw my attention to it.
Isi ufanang itandi ala ko lafta diamo kuntu la follow domanding.
So far, are you clear with what I have said?
Silandu ay membe foten yabe fahamule bang.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness.
Ko mimbara bake.
For today, we shall go through the following issues.
Bi unde men fanna lumenu kachala.
Sorry, the usher is trying to say something.
Okay.
You are yet to swear in the witness? Can you please swear in the witness without stating his name for broadcast?
I do swear that
Bekalila ko
I do swear that
Bekalila ko
I'll speak the truth,
betonya le fola
the whole truth,
tonya damma
and nothing but the truth.
nte fem fola men manke tonyati
So help me God.
oto alama ala yendema.
Thank you, Mr. Usher, for swearing in the witness. Mr. Witness, if we may continue.
Sai selo mbe continue la.
I was at the point where I was going to take you through the issues that we shall discuss before the commission today.
Otumu apareta purka itandi lambe fanna lumenu kachala commission nyati lumula bi.
We shall go through your background, such as your name,
mbe kachata la dami wala mpurka ite fungu kalangolong.
Your age and where you live.
Wulu sango antole.
And this information shall be stated in the information protective sheet.
Bari wokibaro ate lankene malade wobekela kaito le bala meya lonko etelbole parendila.
Which you should state as correct as being stated on the said sheet before you.
And itiba flyer dronko ha member safari nyati lumula tonyala wolemu.
We shall go through your work experience.
Ye eddo ko men fanan kay la yello men tamande yello men soto ila do ko yin karoto fanan be falale.
Including your work on supporting people living with HIV and AIDS. We shall go through the diagnosis of you having HIV AIDS. How long you have lived with it. But this information you shall confirm as stated on the protective sheet before you. We shall then go through the registration and admission of yourself into the program of the alternative treatment program. You shall also tell this commission about other persons who were admitted in the program without stating their names and writing it down on the protective sheet before you. You shall tell this commission about your health condition before the treatment was administered on you. The commission would like you to explain the manner in which the treatment was administered on you and other persons who were admitted. The commission would also like to hear from you the medical health condition of you and other persons during the presidential alternative treatment program. You will also tell the commission about how you felt that your privacy was invaded by being televised.
Andu deni fala commission e franco yete wula kolu wanyari nyadi le kela nyanto tinya ka television loy kan kela kolu wanyari dunia kono.
You would also tell the commission about your health conditions that actually led to you being hospitalized.
Ibeni fala commission fana e hanfo ila jata kende nata la nyadi le hanfo ina te samba ke landi lopitalo.
At this point, I would like you to tell the commission about the impact that the treatment had on you and your family members.
Bitungo tembedalo abino nyininkala wo jara ro men idunta kono ay mu kulle site kuma ilila dimbayalu.
After going through these issues, I will then hand you over to the chair and the commissioners for any questions that they may have for you.
No be botala wutumolong abela ko sayindila sirantio fomo commissioner la sirantio andu kola ni commissioner fanali nyininkari soto isi nyininka.
And at this point, you shall be given the opportunity to give a closing remark and make any recommendations you may have.
Adu be botala wutumolong ibe silo dila ite fanana isila kumakalo kumfa ye femfen soto ilafta fula isafo andu fanan milia maribe bulu fanan ilafta mendila isiyo ya maro fanan fomoli.
Mr. Witness, at this point, are you ready and comfortable to proceed?
Sayin selo ipareta laban ibe ye fan soto le purka tenten indiamola.
Yes.
Thank you. Please confirm your name and date of birth is correct as stated on the information protective sheet before you.
Sayin kaito membe nyatilimula ito be safari njele anin ila wulu sango atonya yandi ba mfumembe kaito bala wala mto nyati ba.
Into Senator. Well, my name is Claire. I don't follow no change because 1953 1955 14th March 1955. I changed my date of birth. It was 1953, but I changed it to the 14th of March 1955.
Mr. Witness, at this point, can you sign on the change that you have made on the protective sheet before you?
Sign what we follow kedamenteng. Inyanta je sign lale kaito nimbala.
And to proceed, is it correct that the rest of the information on that part is correct as stated?
Resident yaju be kibar kotanga lumen be safari kaito bala fulu funanu itonya yata lebang.
Follow kafuko ngana HIV test case samu na keta 1998 leti. Yes, but first off, the year that I had my HIV test was in 1998.
Mr. Witness, we will get to that point a bit later. At this point, can you just clarify and confirm as per the sheet the information of when you contacted HIV?
Kaito membe nyati lumla membe safari nje prisa tonya yandi wati juma long yenyi AIDS kula ngosoto kabe safari kaito bala nyameng fo aketa wala nyama.
Abe safari kaito bala nyama 1998 le nga long ko na HIV soto. Yes, exactly as written on the paper. It was in 1998.
SB Printing and Design. SB Printing and Design.
Abe je nyaming ifintita kaitandi jamala nyameng kotonya tonya nyine bela memu AIDS tibari satara hanima lumofo.
Yes. Sound safari man correct. The year written here is not correct. Was year 2002 be suffering kaito balajal because 2002 is written on the document. But in for Gambia in the year 2000. But I came out in the public in the year 2000. December. In December.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. May you also correct that on the protective sheet and sign next to it.
Inimbarabake sedo isio fonan tilindi ya safe aketanyaming ya sign.
Thank you. At this point, I would like you to tell the Commission about your work experience, especially working with people living with HIV/AIDS.
Sai ntembe mbelafla yini for commission ye do ko la karola ila ndo mumenti yammo soto do ko nyin kono nyin mo kotangulu no tarta do ko nyin kono nyin HIV/AIDS kurangu la karola.
Gamura insafulo nyama
ñi nga xamne ni bëgg ngeen na dem Farafanya nak ñu bari den fay bëgg dem di xalaat ndax amna mbokk aw ma mbokk fan lay dem dëkk ak fan la du dem dëkk seen coono jeexna seen xalaat jeexna te ci biir Ya Fatus Guest House ñu ngi leen fa amal li nga xamne ni mom moy c'est ko self container
sala cabinet
ñaari cabinet ak saal
single room
néegi nak nekkut ne la na jox waaye duñ leen laaj moy sore na ñew indi walé leen.
I did not contract HIV here in the Gambia. I got it while I was abroad.
When I contracted it, I wasn't aware.
Between 1998 I am kurandi.
But it got me sick in 1998. After that, I was taken to the hospital. I had a test and I was told that I had HIV. That was when the doctor came to me and said to me that it would be better that I return back to my country, the Gambia.
Mr. Witness, can you please write on the information protective sheet in which country you were diagnosed with the said HIV/AIDS?
Ako hanina foidala de bari asafe kaito bala membe nyati lumulaje banku juma ebe banku juma le kannu ye kotobo dame hani foita tata ko HIV/AIDS le bela ebe banko men kan.
And also further sign next to the said statement.
Ndum isi o kaito nyi fanan sa isi o dinkira fanan sign
Gabon.
Ako hanima tu banko nyi fonundro nyanta safela ndro ya sign.
At this point, can you tell the Commission what you were doing in that said country?
Akonyen tembe hani mambanko tofode isafu komisono ye ibemune ke kalnu wo banko kan.
Banko mu yen test HIV la labanta wotole barimbe num banku do to mbedo ko la nje mbe restaurant do ko la nje so nata bo to kata banku do to nta to banku do to le sasa nyin nata muta obo o kende abali akono nata tambi banku do fananto woto na afele nga safe na test ke banko munto nga safe la bjanne jele to yen test kaitana ko HIV le ben.
I was in another country before I went on to the other country where I got the disease. It was when I moved on to the third country that I was tested. But before I was working in the previous country in the restaurant industry.
Is it also correct that you're telling this commission that you were a chef, which hence made you leave the Gambia to work in other countries?
Sign for esenin tonya and commission nyati mulako itemu de tabirla nyaton kolti ni jama tabiro la karola wala yakendi banko bula itata pour kata do ko ke bandala banko luka
ani mbe gambe ja watu munna be do ko la MRC le.
No, while I was here in the Gambia, I used to work at the MRC.
Another could follow MRC Aketa as a laboratory cleaner.
But my first work at the MRC was as a laboratory cleaner.
Superintendent Tibabu Nata observed quarantine demanding.
It was during the course of that work that our superintendent, who was a white man, noticed that I was a little bit educated.
So another test dinner, kabua test dinner, pareta wala, another mbondi cleaner wala, ayensaba as a laboratory animal attendant.
He gave me a test, and after I passed that, he moved me from the laboratory cleaner to laboratory animal attendant.
Yeah.
Mr. Witness, you may continue to tell us about your work experience.
Nimbi sila ntente ila luku londo la karola continue yo fonyeng.
Okay. Kabring doctor ya itanda ko abete atangumuru na Gambia jang.
After the doctor told me that it would be better that I return back to the Gambia,
he
told me that the reason why HIV killed many people,
he lacked family care and support.
This is because they lacked family care and support.
So
for that reason, it was good that I returned back to the Gambia, so that if I got sick again, I will have assistance from relatives. So when I returned back here in 1998,
test result
I came along with my test results.
MRC.
So because I once worked at the MRC,
Nino result documento tata MRC.
I went along with my test results to the MRC.
Uka test soto koteke.
To have another test.
O kamala ni nata Dr. Sabala clinic itandine kafoje MRC Guam clinic.
That was when I was shown Dr. Sabali's clinic. They call it MRC Guam clinic.
Oh, ntataje na salamuroke no sholla.
I went there, greeted the nurses.
Dr. Sabala.
I inquired about Dr. Sabali.
Dr. Sabali munela.
They too asked me why I was asking for Dr. Sabali.
Test result
there and then I removed my test results and show it to them.
Okay. Ninata tola balutu. We kaito njube tumo madwa kuni mbatu atata Dr. Sabal noma.
One of them took the results, looked at it, and then had said to me, wait for me, and then she went and fetched Dr. Sabali.
So, like 5 minutes, Naja ikanana.
After 5 minutes, I saw them coming.
We were to know Dr. Sabali long.
At that time, I did not know Dr. Sabali.
So, Kabuli il not for a distance towards me.
When they came up to a certain distance towards me,
so Dr. Sabali found in car.
Dr. Sabali himself asked me, he asked me and called my name and asked if I knew what was written on the document.
Yes,
I said to him yes. He told me everything.
O kamala ntolfanalte ajibela kaito imufo mfanal bela fulani teste kalo mfo kaito imufo wala mtonyati ba mfo wote tonyati.
He said to me, we are not just going to depend on what is on the paper. We too will conduct our own test to verify whether what is on the paper is actually what the case is.
Therefore, Mr. Witness, you're telling this commission that at this point you are retested to confirm your status. Is that correct?
Bitu tembo inate sen kan kotobole ke koteke puruka jube fot numbe kaito bala wala mtonyati bang.
Ha,
yes.
Oh.
Can you tell us at that point what your CD4 count was like or your viral load?
Usembo isa fono nye ila CD4 count wala ila viral load nye kufululu abe tembe jumal tunutumo.
O tembo la malo.
At that instant, I did not know.
Yele to finally in test.
That was where they tested me.
Inata borol dinna.
Then they gave me some medicines. That I should go with those medicines. After taking those tablets, I should return back. And they'll be able to tell me whether I have HIV or not. Because HIV has a window period.
Window period kono nin ata karsabo kono imastuno askino karwero kono ay fundiko to yala wala bela.
Maybe within the 3-month window period, if you don't have it, it could show in a 6-month window period.
Mr. Witness, can you tell the commission what type of medication you were given to take for this window period?
So which way ka for me window period which way kono? Isa fono commissioner ya mbori façon le dilanu.
What wala ARV monster in Gambia jang.
At that time, the ARVs were not here in the Gambia.
What ka Septrin le dina.
At that time, they gave me Septrin,
multivitamins,
multivitamins,
Bico, paracetamol,
These were the ones that they gave me.
Watola.
At the time.
So at that time you were giving prophylactic medication.
Munta wotembo nyimbori keso lokoye menu kasabiteng amunta yowolle ditela wotumo.
I kawolle dina for January 2004-5.
That was what they gave me until around 2004 and 5.
So it is therefore correct to say at that time your health condition was not poor.
Mosini mfolo ko tumo ila jata kende abe fisiarini amunta kurawni ame korendi.
Kurawni ni ku kende abali alenata. But kabiru kende abali afana talata domandi.
I came sick, but when that sickness improved a little bit. Within the treatment period,
2001,
in 2001, I became sick again. I was admitted at the MRC from October
to November.
Till November.
November Fadulat.
At the end of November.
Yeto nata joko doctor mu fo nyelo nimma murun nanu ay munjikinu ko nsi fanole o sikenole.
That was when I realized that what the doctor had told me, if I had not returned, I could have died.
At the
time that I was admitted, I was there with my mom. Sometimes I have visitors, but I would not be aware of their presence. It's after later that I will ask my mom, has so and so person come, and she will tell me yes.
So, Mr. Witness, at this point, you're telling this commission that you felt safer being home as you had family to take care of you when you were sick.
Amunda sedo dum fokanko ila tankada asabatita Gambia janne wairi setanan badimul be kunna ibela kulu topoto kan ila taro janga munda wole kulu fisiandi yadomandi.
Yes.
Thank you. Further in your statement, you indicated that you actually worked with a group that helped people working with HIV/AIDS. Is that correct?
Yenyin fela kuma kan saferun konoko inin ka fo mo le doku ke men ya lonko won fanale kam mo dolle ma koy men ya lonko nyin HIV/AIDS jankaro bela fo mu to nyalti ba.
Before we get into that, how did I get into that association?
Let
me start from there.
You may, Mr. Witness, tell the commission about it.
What do I see to final for no commission?
Okay. Kabrin MRC and tested.
After I was tested at the MRC,
I
was given medication, after which I was told to return back for them to give me my final diagnosis. After I took those medicines, I returned. That was where Dr. Sabali sat me down. And he started to counsel me and telling me things about HIV. It was after that he informed me that their test has also confirmed that I had HIV. After he said that to me, I was saddened.
1984.
Because when I left here in 1984,
1998.
I returned back in 1998. I was not married.
So because I HIV
my sadness emanated from the fact that he told me that because of my status, I wouldn't be able to get married.
So
I was thinking about that. And also I was thinking that perhaps I was the only one who had HIV in the country. But in the discussion, he told me that the state that you are in, it looks as if you are with the belief that you are the only one who has this HIV in the Gambia. I want to tell you that you are not the only one. I also want to inform you that there's an association here comprising of members who have HIV, and the association is called Santa Yala.
Monthly meeting also nibe la fila lunkari karkari isinalang ibe moljelale.
They used to hold monthly meetings. If you would be interested on a particular month and date, you could come and take part in the meeting.
So, Mr. Witness, you're telling the Commission that at this point you were introduced into the said group called Santayala by Dr. Sabali.
Amunta selo ikanyo Commission yanko amunda Dr. Sabali wale nyin kafo la kumufo hanfo wale nata kendi fete fana nata du nyin kafo kono.
Abuwa nyamal. That is the way it was.
Can you therefore tell this Commission, after you joined the said group, how did you work with them?
Saya afu Commission biri nata du nyin kafo kono ini edo ko kenyadile.
Ndunta kafo nyin kono 1999 le.
I joined the association in 1999.
Monthly meeting.
At that time, there are monthly meetings.
Like sharing experience about our HIV status to each another.
It was discussions, sharing ideas about HIV.
Ani ka video cassette jube HIV be bankudol kanyam.
And also watching movies of HIV in other countries.
Mr. Witness, is it correct to say that this said group was a support group for those people living with HIV/AIDS?
Selo amunta musafo noko nyinkafo mu makoer kafuneti puru moliye meni alonko HIV/AIDS kuramobela.
Yes.
Can you tell the Commission how big the group was at that time when you joined?
Safo no Commission kafonyi no warobe nyadile ngotumo etebe dulle jetumo men.
Be kafula Santayala masamu na 1998 unumu na njonta kafonyi to unumu atara mo konanto wale bije a membership.
The day that I joined the association, that day 9 people were there in attendance. I was the 10th person.
So you're telling this Commission that at the time you joined there were about 10 members in this said association?
Amunta benye fokam Commission yanko kwa yafu yule mwokono nto eteleketa tanja uti watumo alimu tanne beka fokono.
Afo mosi atalo nune HIV la kole ya kulu wale atina jamaa be janjanta. Mo malaf kote ke pour moli yelo wale atina jamaa bukana mitingola.
The difficulties inherent with HIV and AIDS is the reason why many people dispersed and not many of them used to come for meetings.
But
the day that I was there, I found 9 people and I was the 10th.
You have just told this Commission that there are issues that are associated with HIV/AIDS. Can you please elaborate on that so that the Commission can understand better what you're trying to explain?
Fosilang isiwo to sata nyelo bam pour konso safa ham kende ke ilafta kuma kanu lumelo yitandila wo koluto.
Wala ola minti ko watu la mu HIV be munula imalla fi mu kote yalon ko HIV lebela.
At that time, the people who had HIV were not willing to be known publicly that they had HIV. Because first off, where we used to hold our meetings within the MRC,
stigma and discrimination,
because of stigma and discrimination, we had to leave that venue. We moved to another corner within the MRC.
Stigma discrimination MRC completely.
Even after that, stigma and discrimination continued to the point that we had to leave MRC completely. And we moved out of the MRC. We rented a house. There was a room where we used to hold our meetings.
UNDP can sponsor.
At the time, the UNDP sponsored us.
Now, luwase bunyo kunyalu anina monthly meeting transport reform dasa mo keke meeting wato la MRC UNDP le marchani bela wato
paying for rent for the house and the taking care of the bills for the meetings and also the breakfast that we used to take while we were there. All of that was provided for by the UNDP.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. And thank you for explaining that the issue was to do with stigma. And discrimination. Having explained the way the organization was, Did you have a structure in place such as an executive?
Yes. Because when we left the MRC, and we moved to the new location, which is right opposite where GRTS is now located.
Glory Baptist, Barsani Yato, Elemandi Kunumbe Tamila Jelenga, Safe, Foka, Noshole, Karandije, something like that.
There used to be one school called Glory Baptist, but these days I passed by and I noticed that the place name has changed. I think the trainers is there or something like that. When we relocated to that place,
status disclosed.
That was where I disclosed my status.
Executive body.
Within that, we had an executive body. I found someone who was the president then. Later on, we held an election and that person moved out of the presidency.
Without telling this commission this position you held, can you just confirm that you were a member of the executive?
What Flora, there is difficult. I don't get a vice president.
At first, I was in the executive and I was also once a vice president.
Mr. Witness, at this point, there are certain questions when I ask you, I would rather you write down the sensitive information than actually saying some of the positions that you held or other information.
Memphis yata wolem palasolu men ya lon ko kata palasi kumalti kata ku kumaluti yewlu safe wole fisiata dina ye ifo pour molie moy.
From your statement, it is correct to confirm that you held a good position in the executive.
La kuma kan safe wol kono no sin fono ko ye nyaton ka palaso sotonne o kafoni no kono kundon kolu kono.
Yes.
And in this said position, you actually played a great role in sensitizing people living with HIV/AIDS and letting the organization be known.
Muntaibo palaso to tumenna yeduku kende bakije puru ka kata kamolu fahamundi kamolu londi nyinkurang la kola andu wo palaso nyinto yeduku kende bakije puru ka kafoni nyaton ka kamolu mako idal.
Yes.
Be known to the position and fact that you even got sponsors and donors from international bodies.
Andu doko kan ni la kato kan ayakendile ale makoro soto menu ka depanso dundi alu koto ale makoro me yalonko bunda koto ke bulodun kafoni koto.
Yes.
At this point, I would just request that you write that position down on the sheet before you.
Intembe mbela fila palaso membe bulunu ya safe wo kaito bala kana fode safe kaito nyimbala drongo kanyandale.
Therefore, at this point, I would like you to continue to explain to the commission the role of the executive in the said organization.
Sa imbela fila ye continue. Manu munyato nkoti wo kafo kono ila doko ni la notan kamulu menu ti wo tumo kafo ye mbela fila yo fo commission nyiye. Ya fahamu.
At this point, continue telling the commission how the executive made the organization well known and the roles that it played to help people living with HIV/AIDS.
Aliyekato menke hanfo kafoni mulu nata long anin aliyekata kulu mulu tamandi hanfo kafoni makulu tata nyato nyamin ila ilonta nyadile aliyekulu mulu ke dokola karola.
O watu la kabuni mchafu 2000.
At that time, I can say around 2000.
The Vice President Yala.
When I was Vice President.
Documentary video jube.
As I told you earlier on, we used to watch video documentaries.
Video documentary nata do jube mu ika titled as The Silence Epidemic.
We watched one which was called The Silent Epidemic.
Video documentary is all about HIV in Uganda.
The video documentary was about HIV in Uganda.
Nataje documentary video ni kono HIV jamming HIV beduna Uganda.
I came to know through the documentary that before HIV got into Uganda,
anin kabring sanjitan sabakola HIV in Uganda,
and also 30 years later with the coming of HIV in Uganda,
HIV Uganda.
I saw that it killed many people in Uganda.
Because
in the documentary you will see some compounds that were empty until the houses were collapsed. In some of the homes you saw only children from 10 coming downwards.
In
some homes you saw grannies, grandpas and dads and little children whose fathers and mothers had died. In the documentary you also saw that in the cemetery
body will be like body count by groups, body kokono.
Relatives are burying their dear ones in groups.
A caradola isaje mobe bola body koto besela soko dolbe bola soko new fro lukate body koto.
At one side you saw people leaving the cemetery going home and other people leaving homes with their dead relatives coming to the cemetery for burial. After I saw that, I said to myself, it looks like if I remain silent, perhaps what happened in Uganda is what is going to happen to me here. That was when I made a decision to come out in the open and declare myself so that the Gambian people will know that HIV/AIDS was in the country. How one contracts it, how one can protect him or herself, so that people get all this information. But what inspired me to declare myself? I used to hear this from elders that God says if you are to be a good person, if you see trouble or calamity approaching your relatives who are unaware, you make them aware of it. I also realized that the manner in which HIV killed people in Uganda, if it were to do the same here in the Gambia, it will decimate the population of the Gambia to the extent that Senegal will take control of the Gambia. These were the things that were conflicted in my mind that I did not want to happen. That was why I came out and declared myself.
So, Mr. Witness, you're telling this commission that as part of your sensitization and part of your support of helping other people living with HIV/AIDS or prevention, you decided to come out.
anin kam molu londi pour be fantan kandila nyamin anin kolu yaaje nyamin wo dalilo le ya sabu fayni hammo soto pour ka finti ke fayitandi pour molu salon membe kering.
Yes,
Atuko,
because at that time,
Kamu Gambia Kabuko HIV Master Tenin because found Kamul Joko HIV Bella will monkey Gambia to Bankudo Le Molmu.
I used to hear Gambians say at the time that there was no such thing as HIV AIDS, that the people who had it were not citizens of this country, but were nationals of other countries.
Mr. Witness, just as the same as what's happening now with the coronavirus.
Coronavirus kurang membeke ateo kukilimu mo jamaya mutawoleti
Onyamalo.
The same way.
Ola Tinanko.
That was why I said, it is good, therefore, I'll come out and show that HIV is in existence. It is here in the Gambia. Because here I am myself, I did not contract it from here. But when I came back here, I found people with HIV. Those people never left this country for another country. They contracted it here. Therefore, it is here. For these reasons, I came out to let
Thank you,
people
Mr.
know.
Witness. Maybe at this point also other people who've contracted coronavirus should actually come out and let others know so that people know that it exists here in the Gambia. At this point, we shall take our first break, Mr. Chair, with your permission.
Bitu ko council ya fanya ni tembeng Gambian kulu is nyantalo na ko to nyato nyanyi mukuso to multi bitu wodayilo kama meni yalon ka bela isi fam fintindi misi ni fahamu dol fanali salo membe kering bitu benna da hafalo tala sai.
Thank you. Splendid advice on my council. We will take a 30-minute break and come back at 12 noon. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Money Transfer is giving you an unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October. Yes! From now till the end of October, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice when you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland with Supersonics Money Transfer. Amazing! So from now till the end of October, every time you receive monies in the Gambia from UK, Europe, USA, Canada and Switzerland, you stand a chance of winning a bag of rice. Only 100 bags available, so hurry now and be part of the 100 lucky winners in this special unbeatable bonanza from now until the end of October with Supersonics Money Transfer. Enjoy our safe, fast, reliable and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia with charges starting from $0. Yes! Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. The unbeatable bonanza with Supersonics. Supersonics.
La ilallah, la ilallah, la ilallah, la ilallah. Artijan fasaiqi qadamu mighwani, wadunfa minhu azani, wa alul minhu aqrani, wa qawli la bilhani. Makasa sayqu في سار سنينا مقبلا للإله ذاك الإباء سيختجان طيبة تربة صفوني لك أزكى تسليم طول الليالي ليس يروي قلب المعب ذواتا في رقدي في تربيك المتالي
واكر باي شو في Gambien Talents TV dañu ko isil chaque ajuma ñetti waxtu ba ñenti waxtu
ولوف الخلق مالوف الناس سبي الله برهما ولوف الخلق مالوف الناس سبي الله برهما لا أنت ليسنا من كل مقوس القوس برهما قول لا إله إلا الله